train trip on the Boheim line. The train trip is going to be at Mosnosaki. The tracks for this trip were laid down actually in 1900 to 1906. There are over 16-kilometer of tunnels, the longest being 6,327 meters. The route was officially opened on July 19, 1906 by Archduke of France Ferdinand. We're now in the depot at Mosnosaki, and we're met by some Slovenian dancers who are going to dance for us and perform music for us. The gentleman out there in the center, he's an Australian here on vacation. He was born in Slovenia and moved to Australia when he was a young man. He's now come back on vacation. He's having the time of his life. Now, May and I went on a side trip to Carburet, about 20 kilometers northwest of Mosnosaki. This is right on the Italian border. The language here is actually in mostly Italian. We visited this museum. And this museum is a World War I museum. There's a picture of Hemingway, who wrote Farewell to Arms. I don't actually believe he really wrote it here. Over 1 million men lost their lives here in the Azania fight front over 18 months in the mountains overlooking the Saka Valley. We're now back in Mosnosaki, and this is the boat that eventually we're going to go a boat ride on. This is an artificial lake. There's a dam at the end, and they use its hydroelectric power generating station. There's a little restaurant where we had lunch. We had native cuisine. This is a view from the boat on the lake, surrounding area. Little church in this town we went up and visited. And finally, in the afternoon, we caught the train back to Bled. Here's our conductors. We're at the Pastana Caves this morning. These caves were formed over 2 million years ago and found Stone Age inhabitants. The temperatures in the cave is only 48 degrees, but I've been warned not to use my video and it might follow up. Now it's the Lipica Stud Farm. This is one of the highlights of the Lipica Stud Farm is horse show. This stud farm was created in 1580 by Archduke Karl of Styria. Lipizzaner comes from the Slavic word for a linden tree. The Lipizzaner horse is actually a cross of the Arabia stallions bred with Spanish mares. At the end of World War I, when Yugoslavia was formed, about half of the breeding stock from here was moved up to near Vienna. And ever since Vienna Lipizzaner horses are their own stock. They originally came from down here. The Lipizzaner horse was born dark, almost black in color. And then as it ages, it turns white. Sometimes it's 4 or 5 years old, almost completely white. Now in the stables, the stables after the show, on the pony that was out in the yard. It's a brand new colt.